Just talk to her. Boy, you got big doings, man. Oh man, you had the big dinner at the alumni house last night. I saw you at Gators. That was a big dinner.
Yeah. Tell you, it's quite a schedule they put out for this.
I know. You're gonna have to rest up for about a month. Now, where are you living, Jack?
In Penyan.
Penyan?
I live right on Keuka Lake.
Oh wow.
I'm about a mile from Keuka College. Yep, I've been there now. God, it's been 13 years.
Wow.
Yep, I moved in the week before 9/11.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, she's asked questions.
Okay, I think we're.
When you're ready, just start with your name.
All right.
All right?
Yep.
Okay.
My name is Jack Radzavich. I'm a graduate of the class of 1959 at Cortland.
Well, Jack, tell us a little bit about back when you started. Why did you choose Cortland for your undergraduate degree?
Well, there's many reasons. My guidance counselor at that time was my football coach, and he was the first one who said, "Jack, you ever thought about going to college?" And that was the furthest thing from my mind. And when I told him what I wanted to do with my life if I did go to college, he says, "Well, Cortland is a real good place." I was recruited by Alfred University, and I went on an interview there with Coach Unovich, and we had a nice interview. And as I was getting ready to leave, he sat me down. He says, "Jack, you really want physical education. You want to coach." And he says, "We're not the college for you. We can't give you what Cortland can give you. Go to Cortland."
Good.
So that was pretty much a real guidance for me.
When you think back over your time at Cortland, were there particular professors or staff members that you became, maybe you let them be your models, or?
Well, as you're aware of, our curriculum was so tight in physical education. We had mostly the people on the phys ed staff, because with all the sciences, and I do remember a lot of the science teachers. In particular, I remember Dr. Schick. He was kind of the, weeded out all the phys ed majors that weren't going to cut it, and that was anatomy and physiology.
Right.
And I had him twice, because I failed it the first time. That was the only course I ever failed, and I missed by a half a point. And he would not budge as far as giving me that half point, so I came back the next year, had retaken the course with him, and I aced it. So that was memorable to me.
How about within the physical education department? Were there?
Oh, there's so many of them. Chugger Davis, of course, the legend. In fact, they're all legends. They're all in the Hall of Fame now, practically every one of them. Bob Weber, our athletic director, all the football staff, Bob Sparky Wallace, Al Wattrell, he was the JV coach, Tony Tesori, and you know they all contributed to our growing up and becoming a professional.
When you graduated from Cortland, did you go right on for your master's, or did you go to teach?
I went on a one-year teaching assignment in Bolivar, New York. When I was looking for a job when I graduated, saw this one open up, and it was a one-year job because the fellow I replaced was on a sabbatical for a year. So I took that job for 1 year, and I truly enjoyed it. And then that summer I came to start my graduate work. And it was when I was here, I was living down at Beta House. I got a phone call from the athletic director at Cortland High School. And he says, "I heard you're looking for a job." So he had me over his house for an interview. Went very well, and next thing I know, I signed on the dotted line and had a job at Cortland.
How prepared were you for that first job?
Very much so, I felt. I felt confident, almost cocky. But no, I just felt very confident in the way we were prepared for the teaching assignments.
When you think back over your days at Cortland, what were some of the lifelong lessons that you learned from those 4 years that you were here?
Oh, God, so many things. I was just talking to my family this morning about things that we learned and talking about our coaches. And when we were preparing for a game, preparing to play the sport, they coached us to play, and they coached us well. But the other thing they did, they coached us how to coach, how to become a good coach. And that I'll never forget. I'll forever be grateful for that.
Do you have a fondest memory of Cortland in your days here?
I do. And I guess my most fondest moment was meeting my wife here.
Good.
Yeah, we met. I never met her. I knew who she was. We spoke. She used to run the candy shop in Brockway Hall, and we would speak. But she asked me to her house party in the last month of school, and so that was our first date. And courted her through the summer, and then from Bolivar, where my first job was, I came to Cortland almost every weekend to court her. And then finally, when I was offered the job here in Cortland, I popped the question to her and I said, I'm going to be in Cortland, so we may as well get married. How does that sound? So we got married that summer of 1960.
And you were married for how long?
We were married for 36 years.
Good for you.
Yep.
And now, as my last question, what does being inducted into this Hall of Fame mean to you?
Personally, it just one of the highest honors I have achieved in my life. And when I see the company I'm keeping with, as I had said earlier, a lot of my ex-coaches, a lot of my ex-teammates, a lot of my ex-classmates, they were also very special to me, and to be a part of that group now is truly a great honor. Very humbling experience.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.